Well, hi everyone. This is Mrs. Wainio. I am in L308. I'm your technology assistant here at Dominion High School, and this is just going to be a quick training video on how to use Audacity for foreign languages. So the first thing you have to make sure of is that your students have your headsets plugged in and ready to go. If they're using the headsets, you need to have them have the gray plug on top in the earphones and the pink or the red plug on the bottom in the microphone section. You need to verify that the microphone is working. Have them do a test run first and foremost always before you actually start giving them the test, the quiz, or whatever they're going to be recording. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the Start button, All Programs, Productivity, Audacity. And Audacity will open up. As you can see, the microphone should be on microphone 2. That'll be their input device. If that is blank, that means it is not recognizing their microphone. So have them close Audacity and then unplug their headset and then plug it back in for best results. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to go ahead and we were going to start recording, so we'll need to do a test record. Test, 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 test. Once they've hit stop, this has completely stopped the audio track and they can no longer continue to record. If we can play it back, we can hear the audio. Test, 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 test. And stop. The most important thing to remember is that you can only have one track going at once. If your student's screen looks something like this, test, click, test, click, test, click, test, click, test, click, where they have obviously two different tracks going, that is no good. We can only have one track going at the same time. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll close one of these, and this is the one that we now have active. Okay, once we've hit stop, there's absolutely no going back. Most teachers like to just have the recording go on and on through the entire prompt, which is perfectly acceptable. However, if it's an extremely long prompt, such as a CPA exam, you might want to have the students pause. All we'll do that is we'll start a new track. We'll hit record, and it will now be recording what I say. Then we can hit pause, and it has now stopped if we have to listen to an extremely lengthy recording of some kind. Now, all I have to do is click unpause, and I can continue along the same track the same way I'm going. A common mistake the students make is they'll hit pause instead of stop when they want to go and save their file. So if they're ready to save their file, let's say this is all ready to go, what we'll need to do is we need to make sure we've hit stop, the big yellow square. Okay? Now, in order to save, we'll go up to File. Some students will want us to hit Save Project or Save Project As. This is incorrect. You will not be able to hear the recording because it will be saved as a .aup. We want to make sure it's saved as an MP3. So what we need to do is we need to go to File, Export. You're going to choose where you want to put it. So you'll go to your computer. You'll have your students go to their H drive and go to My Documents. I'm going to go to My Music just because it'll make it easier. We're going to name it whatever you want to name it. I recommend having your student put their last name and then whatever the assignment is so you don't get it confused. And we're going to click Save. This will pop up. This is complete baloney. Just click through it. Tell them you don't need to add anything to it. Click OK. Watch the green line go across the screen. Eventually. Okay, so my green line did not go across the screen. However, I did pause this recording and make sure it did save. So it did save. Usually you'll have a big green line that goes across the screen and it'll be perfect. At this point, have your students minimize Audacity, go to their computer, and make sure that they have it there as an MP3. Make sure they don't close Audacity until they have checked to make sure they've saved properly. Okay, now what we're going to need to do, we've got a couple of options. I always recommend using Vision. Vision is an excellent resource. If you have a Vision page, you can have your students upload the MP3 to your Vision page, and then you can listen from at home because it's saved to the web. However, a lot of teachers do like to use the G drive. So what you'll do is you'll go to have your student open another window, go to the G drive. I'm going to use Miss Woolley as an example. Find your folder, find the corresponding block, and now instead of, they can't go any further than this. Students can only drag and drop to the inbox. They can do it one of two ways. They can either drag and drop to the inbox, or they can copy and paste. Okay, and now if we open the inbox, there it is. It's normally a good idea if you're in a lab to go ahead and open up that inbox if you are using the G drive, and then the students can see if their name did actually get into their inbox. I usually tell the students, hey, look for your name. If you're up there, then you're good to go. Make sure they always have the music note. That is an MP3. If they save it with headphones, that means they've saved it incorrectly and it is an AUP. You can always go back and resave. However, you can't always go back and re-record. That's pretty much how we use Audacity for foreign languages here at school. If you want to learn any other cool tips and tricks, such as adding in sound effects or even altering music that we do use for Movie Maker, that'll be another lesson. So hopefully this was helpful for you, and if you ever have any questions, please feel free to come find me in L308.